Okay, guys, welcome to this second class. And I don't know if you have any question. Please feel free to always ask questions using the comments box on YouTube. And so I bring you to this second class where I'm going to be teaching you format painter and how to understand format painter. Yeah, like sometimes when these numberings and this format painter has to do with the numberings or the formatting or the arrangement. When you want to change this here, this button here, 1, 2, 3, and the rest, changing their levels, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, like it can be a source of headache to many people, like a source of headache. For instance, I have here 1.0, let's say it's introduction, and this is a subsection of this introduction 1.0. And instead of going to 1.2, it now became 1.3, 1.4. And there's nothing I can do to get this to 1.2. And imagine you have some text around this under this subsection, and you want to change it to 1.2 that is supposed to be, and the rest. It becomes so difficult. Like sometimes it can give you headache. I have experienced headache. I don't know about you, but a lot of people find it so difficult trying to understand them, get or reformat the content. It can be scary, like coding. And I'm going to show you one document to actually portray this point I'm trying to make. But remember that when you have 1.1, for instance, and you want to increase it to 1.2, you can just highlight it and use the tab button, click the tab button, and you see 1.1, 1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.1.1. You can keep increasing. Another way to increase here is by using this, when you highlight it, this button here, increase indent, and you click on it to change to 1.1.1, and you can go back by using this this also, decrease the dent 1.1 and 1.2, 1.1.1. And so where does format painter comes up? Now the only way to restart or to make this 1.2 is when you delete everything here. When you completely delete it and write it again before it can automatically, for some people that use updated Microsoft Word. But imagine that you're using some old versions, or maybe it's not even working on your own. And sometimes, this Microsoft Word is too complicated. What people think is so simple is actually very deep. When you are using this, some of this and these old versions or new version that is not automatically working, how do you do it? I mean, I have 1.5, put 1.5, and I can just click on enter, the dots, and then shift. It should automatically change. For instance, if I click on my enter button, this it's not working. Like, let me come down here. I come here and say 1.2, for instance. If I put full stop, dot, and click on shift, normally it should automatically adjust itself, but it's not working. But you can discover, you may discover or realize on your own that when you put full stop here and click on enter button, on shift button, it automatically arranges itself. But when this is not working, what are you going to do? The best way to work or to change these levels is to use the format painter. Now, how are you going to use the format painter? If you want this particular one to be 0.2, which is 1.0, and you want here to be 2.0, the fastest to use is highlight here by clicking on it, take your cursor to this number, click on it just once, and it will highlight. If you click on here too, just once, it will highlight. So if I click here, highlight, and I will click Format Center. Now, when I click on Format Center, my distance will change. It has not changed. Yeah, it has changed now. Outside here, it will not show, but when I bring it, you will see something looking like a painter. So I will take it to the place I want to change. Immediately I click on this, it will change to 2 point, and I can easily remove this. And it works very fast and perfect. Now here too, when I click here, imagine I want this to be 1.2 and aligned very well. I can click here, select format painter, and take my cursor here, bring it to beginning of this 1.2. And I click on it, it will adjust itself, and I can remove it. Normally, it's not supposed to. I don't know why it's actually. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having to delete. It is supposed to be automatically changed, like change it automatically. So when I highlight here and I select format painter, I bring my cursor here, click on it, it will change to 1.3. 1.3. And so let me try this out. I don't know what is going to happen here. So when I click on here, format painter, and I select this format painter and click here, it changed automatically to 2.1. And my arrangement keeps going that way. The same thing here, we have 3.1. So if I want to change this to 3.2, the fastest way to do this is to highlight it. Then you come here, so you click on format painter, it changes. Come here, click on it, it will show you 3.2, and that way, that is how it works. And this is 2.4 here, but it's not supposed to be 2.4 here. Imagine it's supposed to be maybe 3.3. So what the normal way is highlight, click on format painter, bring your cursor to beginning of the first letter, the first word in the numbering, click this way, and you have 3.3. You can remove this, and that is how it works. But this is so simple, and you'll be like, wow, it's so simple. I can do put it one by one. No, it doesn't work when you look at some document that has been written and you want to rearrange it. It's scary. Seeing that you spend the whole lot of time, maybe a day, trying to figure out what you are going to do. For instance, I'm going to share a document with you here now. Sharing. What's the name of this document? Here. Okay, I've shared it. Now, this is a document that has been written, well formatted. It was well prepared here. This 1.0, 1.1. Let me see what happens. Yeah, it should move. So 1.1, yeah, here, 1.2. I can move, come back. 1.2. I can choose to arrange this. So here, let me move. Yeah, come back. Yeah, this side is supposed to be anyway. Like 1.0, there should be a space. Then you have 1.1, 1.2. And when you want to increase indent, there should be a space too, so that you can quickly increase indent. Now, this document is well arranged, but there's a problem. There's 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.2.1, and it's fine until I keep scrolling down. I'm here 1.2.1, and this is 1.2.2. Fine. I can keep shifting. Yeah, come back. Let me check. Yes. So it's fine. Okay. I keep coming down. And until, let me move faster. Come down here. Where are you? 1.3. Where are you? 1.4. 1.4.1 and 3.2. This is 1.4, 1.4.1, and this is 3.2.2 in a well-arranged document from a professional. And opening it, everything changed. The numbering, the indenting, has changed. And I want to put it where, like, let it be formally arranged. So you will discover that it will be difficult, if not impossible, for you to get this done on your own, except, let me try out something. I say 1.4.2, sorry, 1.4.2 is not working. I can't arrange it. The only way you can put it, to manually put it, is to highlight it and make the color to be the same, font to be the same. So you keep pushing it to this point and to this point. But even at that, I'm going to show you on a clickable table of content. If you don't do it this way, these subheadings or sub-functionalities, subsections will not appear on your clickable table of content. So the only way is to keep working with this formatted version already, so that you can always pull it up in a table of content, than what I'm going to show you. So even if you successfully put it this way, it will not come out in your table of content. So when you pull up your table of content, I will show you maybe in the next class or some class in the future, you will discover that it's not, though that you've gotten the arrangement here, but it will not appear because it didn't follow the formatting. So the best way is to just do the normal thing, to highlight, you click on Format Painter, you bring your cursor to the first letter here, and it changes. So you can delete this. Yes. So it works. So this is it. And I don't know if it was new to you. Just try it, change your dent, manipulate. You can never spoil MS Word. Just try new stuffs and make sure that you can do it. And when you have any problem, just let me know and I will explain better. So thank you and see you in the next class.